What's going on, guys, and welcome to Snapshot 21w40a. So this is another smaller snapshot, and honestly I think this might actually be the smallest 1.18 snapshot we've gotten so far. So in this snapshot they changed some of the world generation features, and they also changed some of the mob spawning mechanics, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to do a brief overview of everything that they changed in the world generation and also with mob spawning. And I'm not really going to cover some of those changes that I don't really fully understand, so there may be some things that I miss in this. But anyway, starting out with the world generation changes, they tweaked ore distribution again. So they made this change to make strip mining at the lower Y levels a little bit more profitable, and now the lower down in the world you go, the more diamonds you'll run into. They also increased the amount of gold ore that spawns below Y -48. So if you are strip mining below Y level -48, you will now run into more gold. They also made it so that iron ore will now generate above Y level 80. I'm assuming this means in non-mountain biomes, because I do believe in mountain biomes you can get iron ore generating well above Y level 80. They also changed copper ore, so now when you mine it, you will get anywhere from 2 raw copper to 5 raw copper, whereas previously it was anywhere from 2 raw copper to 3 raw copper. Which I really like this change, because I really love using copper as a building block, but it can be very difficult to get sometimes. They also changed the stone cutter recipe for cut copper, so now 1 block of copper will give you 4 cut copper in return. And again, I really love this change because I love using copper blocks for building, but that is really all the changes that they made in the way of ores. So getting into some of the other terrain generation things, they did say that they changed some of the biome names, and I think this is one of the biome names that they changed. It used to be called Jungle Edge Biome, I believe, and now it is called the Sparse Jungle Biome. So I'm not entirely sure all of the biome names that they changed, but I am assuming this is one of them. They also said they changed the size of the biomes to match the 1.17 biome sizes a little bit better, and I'm not exactly sure what that change entails because they didn't really specify, but biome sizes are going to be a little bit different in this snapshot. They also fixed some issues with aquifers, and I'm not entirely sure what all of that entails because they didn't really specify that either. But the changes that they made did change where aquifers will spawn in your worlds, so aquifers will now spawn in different locations than they would previously. They also increased the amount of magma blocks that will spawn in aquifers, so you should be running into magma blocks a little bit more frequently when you are inside of an aquifer. And it seems like there's quite a few diamonds in this aquifer. They also increased the amount of dungeons that will spawn below Y level 0, but just look at this cave. This is amazing. I really can't wait for this update to come out. They also made it so that gravel will now be able to spawn below Y level 0. As you can see here, there are a few gravel patches, so you will now be able to find gravel spawning below Y level 0. And then the last of the world generation features that I will go over, they made villages a little bit more spread out. So you will not run into villages as frequently as you would previously. So villages are going to be a little bit more difficult to find right next to each other. Now getting into the mob spawning features in this snapshot. So all of the fish mobs, including cod, salmon, tropical fish, dolphins, and squid, will now only spawn between Y levels 50 and Y level 64, which is a very small range for them to spawn in. And now glow squids will only spawn in water below Y level 30. So if you want to find glow squids, you are going to have to find water below Y level 30. Axolotl spawning has also gotten a little bit more specified, so now they have to spawn in a lush cave biome on top of a clay block. They still do have to spawn in water, but they now have to spawn in water that is above a clay block. So it's a little bit more specific than it used to be. In addition to that change, they also made it to where tropical fish can now spawn inside of lush cave biomes as well. So you will now be able to find tropical fish inside of lush cave biomes. They also reverted a change that they made last time where zombies would no longer spawn in dripstone cave biomes, but in this snapshot they will now spawn in dripstone cave biomes again. And drowned will also still spawn in dripstone cave biomes. And then for the last mob spawning change that they made, goats will no longer spawn in stony peaks. They also improved the AI of a bunch of different mobs, including the axolotl, the goats, the hoglins, and a bunch of other ones. So they will now have improved AI, and they also changed the bedrock layers to generate dependent on the world seed. But other than that, that is pretty much it for this snapshot. They really didn't do a whole lot of changing, it was mostly just small tweaks, but I think these changes were definitely important for making this update as good as it possibly can be. So if you did enjoy this snapshot video and you want to see more of these in the future, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And if I missed anything in this video or you just enjoyed it, then make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below. But anyway, that is it for this one, so as always, don't forget to keep building.